right now, as you guys think about this, how are you guys thinking about AI in terms of its assistant with your human side of agents and when they're engaging with prospects instantly? Like what does it do for speed, that instantaneous side?
I'd just be quick and Thomas has more to say about this, but the empathy piece is a direct reflection of me being able to put myself in your shoes, Shaun, as a customer. And so how do you expect a brand new green pea salesperson or even a veteran salesperson to empathize with Shaun Rains when we just met, right? So there's lots of ways we can do that now. One is obviously look at historical information. But we also have data on customers like Shaun that ask the same questions as Shaun, and we could do better training with our people to help them understand how to handle a situation or handle a customer like Shaun and things like that. So that's what we mean by enhancing humans, not replacing them. It's not fair to ask a brand new salesperson, to understand Shaun. Like, I do a better job than a green pea salesperson because I've spent a lot of years talking to different people, customers, dealers, GMs, owners, dealer groups and things like that. So I have that, knowledge, and we're trying to enhance that so our people know exactly how to handle situations at that time. So, for example, you've called maybe this is the third time you call in, and I pick up the phone, Shaun. I say, "Oh, Shaun, I see that you called us last week. Did we get you that information we said we were going to get you? Oh, yeah, you did, but I'm calling back." And blah, blah. Doesn't that feel better than, who are you and what's your name? Could I get your phone number? Let me ask the same questions that I've already answered 15 times. That's frustrating, right? So that form of empathy and relationship building is really what we're talking about. It comes from, being familiar with the person on the other end of the phone.
Exactly right word. Exactly right word. I mean, the whole idea of being familiar and having knowledge and knowing what happened is really the thing that has to be before you can have empathy. You have to understand, you have to know what they've gone through, and that the thing about AI is, and Mark Hasselman gave us this way of looking at it, and I'm so grateful for it, that AI is scalable when people aren't. And sometimes it means we have 1,000, we can't listen to all the phone calls, we have AI listen to the phone calls for us, right? That's a good example of that. Well, here's another example of that. I just started a conversation with you, but I had never talked with you personally before, but you've talked to my company a lot. Without AI and the data that powers it, there is no way to have an instant report on who this person is, what's happened before, what we still owe them. There's no other way of gathering that much knowledge that quickly and presenting it to me as the agent so I can really help the customer. That speed is something that AI can provide to you if it had the information. And with our technology, it does. And so what the AI scalability does in this case for us is really make it just a perfect coaching thing, and not for people, but for this person. One of the most powerful ideas I think that we're coming to in the AI world, and I'll put it in Strolid terms, is you can go to ChatGPT and you can ask it, please write me a sales plan for a BDC or a compensation plan for a BDC. And write a compensation plan for a BDC and it'll be pretty darn good. But now we can say, write me a sales compensation plan for my BDC. And the difference is, when I say my BDC, here are my agents, here's what we're talking about, here's our volumes, here's the mistakes we're making. It can answer a question specifically. For the customer, I have to say, well, what do customers want? I say, what does this customer want? And when I tell you what this customer wants, that's the speed that AI gives to us to have the empathy and understanding and answer the questions and help that customer right now.